a good show, boy, but I hope he does more.
Yeah.
Get your combat drum. Take Combatra and stop the little wiggly buggers in their tracks. One crap and they're gone. Good evening, Tony. Hope you had a good day, mate. I've finished the post to the extent that I need another coat of paint and they're done. Thank God for that. All the acid I've been using and sanding, they come up all right. I picked myself up a little fire pit from Bunnings. I saw a couple there. One with a mesh on top so all the shit can't blow away. The kids should be able to still cook their marshmallows. You could do a fire pit chat. Mystic Angels.
I can't do any chat.
Why?
Because I don't have enough subs.
Oh, well, we'll have to do something about that. Tony, get your army of trolls and get Mystic Angel up to, what do you need?
I don't know. I don't even know what
Whatever's needed. Just kidding, mate, just kidding. You're an army of one. Worked out, I spent probably about 6 to 7 hours on each post. God knows what it would have cost me to get done.
Well, was it next week you need some, not this week?
What?
The posts.
No, he'll need them probably by Thursday, I reckon, the way he's talking.
And he must be working on his own.
Yeah, there's certain things he can't do on his own. Set the rafters. Yeah, he's not all there, mate. There's definitely sheep gone wandering off in some paddock. It's in the top paddock he's in. But this might sound a little bit scary, but I've been involved with psychology for a long time. I can tell you, Tony, that out of 10 people, if you line them up, 5 have problems and 1 is dangerous. Then you work out the numbers, you do the mathematics. That's a lot of crazy people running around. Weird people are in the 5, but 1 is dangerous.
That percentage seems too low. I mean too high. No.
No, that's a pretty accurate figure. 1 in 10.
So you watched his older ones or his recent ones, Tony? When we watched his older ones, he was a weirdo psychopath back then. Took a while for it to realise.
I mean, we just call him a creep if it's in Australia. It's just a creepy shit. what is it, 130 million women in America, and you had to buy one from the Philippines. Bit sad. But weird people are best left alone. Let them be weird by themselves. Yeah, I spoke to Link over a period of time, warning him, don't get messed up with him. He's fucked in the head, Link. All right, eh? And over a period of time, slowly but surely, the penny dropped. Look, it happens to the best of people. You'll have people who know someone and you think they're good. Then you find out later they're really not good at all. They're quite nasty piece of work. But people can get cajoled and fooled, and someone can have a really nice nature, but deep down, yeah, they're a prick. Hi, true blue, who is banging you? Is it a sheep from next door? Is it a cockatoo? Oh, get away, black kitty, you mongrel. Yes, I've met quite a lot in my time. Some I could just turn the key and keep them quiet. Let me out. No, you're a nasty piece of work. You're staying in solitary. So the funniest thing, I mean, it is funny, but the truth is usually murderers are exemplary prisoners. They'll come up to the door and say, excuse me, sir, may I have some toothpaste, please? You go, sure. Whereas the ratbags, who just, dickheads, play out, carry on like pork chop. I only met one professional hitman in all my time, and he was just very calculating, very polite. Knew he was doing 16 years, I think he did, just biding his time. Wouldn't speak unless needed to be. No, never played up. Room, stand by his bed. It was like someone had made it professionally. The walls shone, the floor was clean. Good show, mate. I was just saying that earlier. What a great idea.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
I got confused when I turned. I thought, oh, live, cool. And then the sun shone. I think, hang on a second. I know New Zealand's special, but that's not right. 7 years, Tony. I did 7 years. I was innocent. Yeah, you were looking at a few gloomy days coming up soon, I reckon, Yeah, I told the missus as soon as I saw it. I said, you better go and say good day to High Country.
Yeah, it was cool how you did that.
It's a great idea. I reckon you'll get a few subs out of that for sure. Yeah, I could see the reflection of the sun fairly high. So it had to be earlier in the year because you have bugger all sun during the middle of winter. She'd be on a bit of an angle otherwise. But keep doing them. Maybe when it suits you, but I don't even, what time is it here? 8 o'clock? It makes it in the north about 8 a.m.
It's 7:30 here.
I don't know how to do it. I've got thousands of videos. Wouldn't have a clue. I'm not fussed. No, but it's a good idea, mate.
So you do a premiere, you click premiere, and you...
Well, then it goes live, and then people can chat.
Yeah, but you can't talk, can you, Hi, while it's on?
Yeah, but he did what he did. Let's just chat with them.
Yeah, I know that.
I don't think, not sure, but up in the high country, you're unlikely to get any Wi-Fi, I imagine. Out the sticks. Might do. Yeah, I think as soon as you get people in the room, you don't want a 3-minute video. Like, oh, it's ended.
Yeah.
And you can, I know, I can do this, and that is you put 2 or 3 videos together and have about 40 or 50 minutes. You could do that, I suppose.
Yeah. No, I meant chat while the movie was going, talk as well. I mean by talking, not typing.
I don't think I could cast today, actually, mate, because my arm is so sore, right in the soldier joint. All this lifting poles, painting them, scraping them, acid, scraping, sanding. My mind still thinks I can do everything. My body goes, hang on a second.
Yeah, in the chat, yeah, in the typing.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I spotted a few, I think Filipinos in there, I'm not sure. Sort of doing a bit of pig English there. We haven't got anything here, no virus here, mate. But the rest of Australia is pissed off with WA because we're saying, nah, borders can stay closed for a while. And they're like, open it up. We're going, nah, not happening. And so they did a survey in WA last week. And they said, just yes or no, do you want the borders open? 95% said, no, it's pretty good, it's pretty quiet. Keep all the tourists out. Everyone's working. Our stadiums can have 10,000 people in them now. Pubs are open, everything's open. Yeah, I think it was a bit of pig English, Filipino. That doesn't matter, mate. Let them chat. Good day, Monchichi. Yes, that's true. And I've finished painting. Well, not finished, I've got another coat to do. But I finished the last one off today, sanding and acid, and all done, Monchichi. They look a lot better than when I got them. Look, I mean, the thing is, under Federation, in 1901, when all states joined to have a federal parliament, the agreement was each state still carries its own autonomy in Australia. So if the Northern Territory doesn't want to open up for another 6 months, there's nothing the federal government can do. I know Clive Palmer, who's a dick. He wants WA to open up because he wants to get involved with mining over here. We don't like Clive. He's a dickwad. But our Premier's saying, no, we're not in a rush. No one's dying here. No one's got the virus. We like it as it is at the moment.
Should have flown Monchichi over to help you with the posts.
Yeah, I think he'd prefer to turn on them and do what I did. Spent about 6 to 7 hours on each post on GG, and you can appreciate that. But since they were made over 100 years ago, I try to treat them with the respect they were due. And there's 2 more. I bought 6 of them because I had to buy 6. It was a bundle buy. I'm thinking of doing something down the back and having a little sort of corner area behind the shed. But I'm not looking forward to sanding them and aciding them just at the moment. Yeah, I saw a lathe that they probably would have been done on in the late 70s in the carpentry shop of the railways in the town I lived in, Geraldton. They had all these long stencils and they were for different things to do with the railway. But I could see where they actually had, you know, the old railway station had posts just like that on, you know, as you get to the station landing, there'd be that type of post. And I saw the stencil. It's a metal stencil that they cradle over the top of the lathe and it actually, you know, just guides them. So the technology of spinning would have been different, probably a steam-driven motor with a belt or something. But the art of doing what they do with turning probably hasn't changed.
I asked you, has things improved in Perth?
Yeah, no, we've never had any problem here, mate. WA had, I think, 7 or 9 deaths overall. 8 were from overseas. 1 in a nursing home. No one's in hospital. No one's got the virus. We're good to go. We've been good to go because we all just said, "Oh, this sounds a bit dangerous." We just stayed in our caves for. You can hear the sporting ground behind me. They're all playing sport again. It's back to normal here. The US, on the other hand, looks dire. Some of these states that opened up a bit early are starting to spike again. So it's not a second wave, it's still the first bloody wave. Yeah, mate, there's, like I say, it's one of those things we did take it very seriously early on. Yeah. Everyone's playing sport again. But there's a great deal of confidence because everyone did the right thing. I mean, it was like a ghost town for about a month, seriously. I did hear that Houston had a big spike, Monchichi. Well, I think, like I say, kids were taken out of school before the government told people to do it. People just stayed home. And one person in the household would go down every couple of weeks and get a bit of food and just hunker down. We treated it seriously. You couldn't even, after the implementations of lockdown, you couldn't travel out of your area. So there was no traffic on the road. No one was buying fuel at all. But I said at the beginning, the secret to this is to do nothing for a period of time. You don't have to do anything. A lot of brave people that kept doing the jobs that needed to get done, and I admire that greatly. Even things like people don't think of, you know, garbos, picking up rubbish. It's really sad, mate. When we talk about numbers, there's staggering numbers in the US. I believe it's up to 120,000 that have passed away, and that is terrible. There's a lot of people attached to that 120,000. You know, there's millions of people mourning these people. Well, it's one of those things, Monchichi, Western Australia, big state, but we don't have any virus, but we've still got our borders closed. No one can fly in or fly out. No one can drive in or drive out. We're giving it its due course. We're saying, well, it's to see how it goes and we'll keep it closed for a bit longer. So no one's panicking. Everyone's back to work. Everyone's doing what they used to do. All the shopping centres are open. We're just keeping out other people. And it'll probably end in a couple of weeks, I think, but and we'll book a holiday to New Zealand then. Because there should be some nifty little prices, high country, I imagine. You can fly direct from Perth to just about 2 or 3 destinations in New Zealand. No, I don't think anyone's allowed in. Yeah, it will happen. I think probably another month it'll be on. It'd be funny, you know, the borders might stay closed in WA, but we'll fly to New Zealand. I think there'd be a good price at first, because, and I want to support the airlines, because a lot of people lost their job. You know, the tourism industries around the world just collapsed overnight. A lot of them aren't coming back. It's not the big corporate companies you worry about, it's those mid-range people that sunk everything into a tourist operation. You know, maybe a couple of $1 million that they had, and now there's no money. And anyone that runs a tourist operation knows that there are things to do, maintenance. You've got to keep doing stuff, got to keep spending money, whether people come or not, like a zoo. I always use 98 octane, and that's about $1.30 a litre here, which is pretty cheap. It's normally about $1.70. But we don't drive a lot unless we go somewhere, like across Australia. But there won't be any big international travel happening for quite a while, that's for sure. Lots of countries are at different stages. And then, of course, if a country starts spiking again, you just got to play it smart. No, I don't imagine you'll be driving too much. I don't think you'll be going up to the high country in the middle of winter. I've seen you get up there in the snow, but I reckon to get bloody cold with the storm coming through there. Whew. No, but you'll see a lot of Aussies. You know, the stats are staggering. At any given time, 10% of Australians are not in Australia. So if that's 2.5 million people that go to New Zealand, it's the old story, mate. You're going to have to build a bigger boat. Could see something nasty tonight. There's been an Australian in China on drug charges since 2013. And just this week they decided that they're going to execute him. Bit of a coincidence. China having to go to Australia for opening their mouth saying we want to investigate this virus thing. And now they stop our meat going to China, our barley, our coal, and now they want to shoot one of our Aussies. It's more political than it is justice. No. Now, if someone does the wrong thing in a different country, you've got to accept the outcome, but it seems very strange that this guy's been in prison for 7 years and now they want to execute him. More of a political motive than anything else. Yeah, some Chinese bloke, don't know what some sort of big wig in China says that Australians are attacking Chinese regularly, racist attacks. Doesn't know, he's talking out of his ass. Australia has, I think, 6% native Aboriginals and 6.9% Chinese Australian. And they're all laughing at him saying, you're an idiot. That's the Chinese Australian. There's a good reason why these people come to Australia. Yep, take the trash out, Monch. Same here. Ours is Mondays as well. Or Tuesday's pickup. Good morning, VMAC. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, missed little Larry. He gone to sleep for a while, I think. -6. Yeah, it was cold here too, mate. I think it was 12 this morning. Had a jumper and tracky pants on, but I did okay. Our daughter wormed her dogs and themselves, and so we thought, well, the dogs come round at the same time, so yep, we took one of these each. $10 here right now, but it's going up to 22. Beautiful. Off to the beach in your tracksuit, pant and jumper, I imagine. It is 15 here. Hello, Adam K. Haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, 22 down the beach. Not happening here.
No.
People would be stopping me saying, what are you doing? Don't even think of it, man. Get out of the water. Mind you, the water in winter is warmer here. Another -5 tonight. That's one way to freeze your fish. Great swimming weather. Nah. Maybe an indoor pool, heated, yeah.
See ya, Tony.
See you, Tony. Have a good one, mate. So that lake of yours, Adam. Now, I think you did say once that there were fish there. Oh, we were in New Zealand in June, a long time ago. Oof, Morningsburg. This was Queenstown too. They were pretty sharp. Oh no, dry socket, not good.
Oh, what did I say? What did the Mystic Angel say to you, Adam, when you came in? I said be careful. Come here, I'll give you a hug.
Yeah, they told us when we got there June, you might get snow, you might not. It's one of those. Does start then, but you know, it just thundered down snow the year we went. But on those clear, cool New Zealand nights, well, actually just before the sun comes, you can hear the grass going snap, crackle and pop. If you get a chance, guys, and you've never been to another country, New Zealand's a good destination to go to.
No, it doesn't develop right off, Adam.
Yeah, it depends how the gum works its way after the tooth is extracted. Particularly if someone's had to have something dug out and, you know, pulled and chipped away, that increases the chances of your dry socket, and they're nasty.
Well, as long as you're all good now.
Yeah, I'll come up to that high country, mate. I've done heaps of fishing. Well, I'll get you to teach the missus how to fly fish while I cook the sausages, the onions, get the sauce out, nice big roll. You learn how to fly fish. It's good fun, actually. It's like throwing darts. You've got to hit the spot you need to hit.
I can fly fish.
Can you?
Yeah, I can fly that thing anywhere. It can fly backwards, sideways, might not go where it's supposed to go.
I'll start the fire a little further back from the bank while you're casting then, by the sounds of that. Just in case you hook up me or one of the snags. Yep, sounds a good idea. Gas cooker. Nice crunchy cooked potatoes, onion, your sauce of choice. Make a coffee. I used to fly fish even when I was a kid. I had a little bamboo, tiny little reel. I'd catch all sorts of things. I actually hooked up a pike which nearly snapped and pulled me into the river. I wasn't after a pike. Oh, that'll go well, mate. Catch and cook. Let me think. Little olive oil, butter, salt and pepper. Gently fried. Bit of lemon. Get fancy, throw a sprig of dill in there.
No. If I'm there, no dill.
Very delicate fish trout. New kind of seasoning. Sounds good.
Yeah, beer.
Nice beer. Actually, that's how they say it in New Zealand. Got a beer, mate? Get a good feed of fish and chips while we're there. Good fish and chip shops in New Zealand. Yeah, sure. If you put,
He can do it.
yeah, just put in the name, I think. Hi.
Oh, you can go and put
He did a live just about half an hour ago, VMAC, where he had a video of him fishing, and there was about 30 people in there.
Yeah,
I think his next one he's going to do is one where he catches and cooks. So that'll be a big numbers.
yeah, it's annoying that YouTube took that away, actually.
Well, you can see it after. Like if you went back, you'd have to search through the comments though. Oh, the cat's been in there. Don't you hate that? White pepper. Don't move the poo, Adam. Just sprinkle a big dose of white pepper on wherever they've crapped for the first couple of nights. And the cat can't help himself. He always go back to where he last crapped and has a sniff.
There you go.
When you hear the coughing and spluttering, you know, the cat's got the idea. And cats got memories. They think, I don't like that. I'll go and crap elsewhere.
You've got a wrench high, you can put YouTube links in. I just did it there.
Catch and cook. Is that going to be your next live one? Hi? That'd be a good idea, I reckon. My veggie boxes are getting very creamed at the moment. I'm going to have to do a bit of culling. Going berserk. Yeah, I think it was the first one he did tonight was premiere is what he called it, yeah. Did a premiere.
Yeah, it was good.
Which allowed him to do the video. People came in, chatted, and he could chat to them. Not a bad idea.
Yeah,
he does all that.
He
releases most of his fishes.
But he didn't give the one he released a kiss, VMAC, before he threw it back. But he said it could have bit his cheek off. So
I will do, mate. So is that going to be on tomorrow? good because some people's videos I don't get to see live, but you'll come up in my feed straight away. See, fishing is not all about eating. I mean, I used to go fishing and we'd go up for a week and I'd catch like 5 or 6 fish, just keep throwing them back, and then just get the one size that I knew that would feed about 5 or 6 blokes, like a 5 or 6 pound snapper. I used to take people fishing, they'd say, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, we're here for the week." One guy was very reluctant. He caught one about 7 pound. He said, "Oh, can I keep this?" I said, "No, chuck it back, mate. We've already got tonight's feed. Egg, flour, batter, fish and chips in the middle of nowhere, a couple of cold beers. Can't beat that." News feed, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, well, good. I got it. Like I say, I just turned my phone on and there it was. I thought I've got to go and check this out. Yeah, trout's it's something if someone said, pick a fish, I wouldn't head for a trout. There's nothing wrong with trout, don't get me wrong. It's a very delicate fish. I like sort of robust fish, like shark, snapper, bluebone, groper, Norwest snapper. We're sport for choice over here. Yeah, very expensive prices. Like one of our probably prize fish is called a jewfish. Beautiful deep sea fish, very meaty and fleshy. $125 a kilo, or what's that in pound? $70 a pound, $60 a pound, something like that. So very expensive unless you catch your own. But my favourite fish is just to go down the beach, find a little hollow on the edge of the ocean and catch some whiting. I love whiting. Get 4 or 5, about 10 inches long. Fillet them up, bit of flour, bit of egg, bit of breadcrumb. You can't beat that. No, we are not real keen. See, mackerel, tuna, there's all sorts of fish in that category. They're a bit oily, unless you cutlet them and put them on the barbie, then they're not too bad. Yeah, as you say, too oily. But if you cut it into cutlets, like just cut straight through the spine, about 3/4 of an inch, chuck her on the barbie, it's a different story. I actually had a stew last night. I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to cook because I've been sanding, aciding, painting non-stop for about 4 days. So the wife just pulled out a couple that I had in the freezer. I forgot how good the stew was. Beautiful. It's a good thing about stew. You can just eat as much as you like and chuck some in containers, throw them in the freezer, and she's just a thaw and reheat next time. And I do it on purpose sometimes. I'll cook more than I'm definitely going to eat. And I'm thinking, yep, another good 2 or 3 meals for whenever we want them. Here comes the boss. Stop talking about it now.
Oh, shut up.
Thank you very much.
Oh, should keep those in there.
Fish is good anywhere. Look, if you're going out for a day, if you're camping, it's even better. You can wait till late in the day and then save one of the fish. Get a little fire going, get the coffee on. Make sure you take plenty of bread, butter. And just a simple fish sandwich. Bit of salt and pepper. Hits the spot. I think I have to go up in the high country. I'll definitely have to take a little bit of Stone's green ginger, a little bit of fire water. It's just a ginger wine. It's a beauty down on a cold day. I tell you how I reckon I've done it before with trout. It's probably about 14-inch rainbow, so I'm guessing about 2.5, 3 pounds, not much. I just gently poached it for about 15 minutes. Did the fiddly bit of just taking all the meat off the bone and strained it so it was dry. Then I mixed in some onion, some potato, just made fish cakes. Yeah, it was good.
Mm.
I should do some cooking videos about fish. I never do. Probably because I'm too busy eating it. Yeah, because what you do when you poach, particularly a trout, because trout's a bit oily in itself. When you fry it, you know what I'm talking about. It spits and splutters because it's got a different type of oil in the fish compared to normal oil.
You haven't done fish videos because we haven't been fishing here.
No.
I'm not keen on buying. I'm fussy with fish. There's not much fish that says like to buy from the shop.
No, I like to catch my own.
But we haven't done fishing, so.
No worries, Adam. I'll get round to it. I'll be honest, I've got things I still have to do after I've done these posts. I've got a backlog of little things I have to do. But that's what it is. Looking forward to our front porch being finished. It'll be maybe the end of the week if we're lucky, or maybe early next week. Then I've got to paint all that. You might be able to help me with that.
What, the short bits?
Yeah, the rafters. I'll get the ladder out there for you. Man, if I'd had good cameras, I'm talking the 70s and 80s, you'd have been blown away. Diving videos, fishing in certain parts of my coastline, which is just breathtaking. Eating oysters off a rock. Just stuff that you think if you had a camera then, it would have been awesome.
Yeah, didn't think about doing it back then.
No, just enjoy doing what you were doing. And I'm pretty sure Hy would do the same thing. I've done this my whole life. In an area where I know I'm fishing, I don't do this, but in an area where I've never been before, I'll sit down on a rock and have a coffee, maybe another coffee, then maybe another coffee, and wait a couple of hours and just look at the birds, the ocean, the tide, and see where things are happening. Just by doing that, I just put all the data into my brain and I know where I'm going to go try fishing. Instead of just chucking a line in, I've always just sat down and take my time, look at the natural environment, watch the animals. Yeah, it's a smart thing to do because you've got to, I suppose it's being in tune with what your environment is. We all know, like you would have done the same, you'd have rocked up to a lake and I to a different type of beach that I'd never been before and think, it's similar that you're used to, but it still pays just to sit and look. And often I would just get a snorkel and go swimming for half an hour up and down and look at the little bits of reef and what animals are there, and you can tell what sort of bait fish are there that some bigger fish will eat. So you know that in that area there's probably going to be around about sunset, there's going to be a bit of action. So you set your campfire up in that spot, just wait for the sun to start going down, bang. Sounds good, mate. Looking forward to that video. I only give you one piece of advice, Adam. Don't eat any wild mushrooms. You're going to get it wrong at one stage, and it's not a good wrong to get. Unless you know exactly what you've got, don't eat them. Nature is a bit tricky, is what I'm saying. You'll think, yeah, that looks like just what's in the book. But it ain't. I love a good feed of mushrooms, actually. Yeah, again, it's knowledge, isn't it, VMAC? Yep, I tell you, it's worth getting. In each part of the world, there is a name for these people that are specialists in mushrooms, mushroomologists, but it's not that. But they usually write books and have pictures in there. And I do know in some parts of the US they have festivals dedicated just to the mushroom. And people do talks on wild mushroom and show you how to cook and what to put it with. But I've made mushroom burgers that I'm thinking are nearly better than a meat burger. Mushroom's very flavourful. I don't ever mix mushrooms with fish for some reason. I never have. What did VMAX say? One of my neighbours comes and gets the other mushrooms. Oh, yeah. We know what mushrooms he's chasing down. Yeah, just search mushroom festivals. Believe it or not, it does happen. And there are experts in the fields in areas that are close to all of us. We've got a couple of people in WA that are real smart. We've probably got about 60 to 70 different types of mushrooms in my state, mainly down to the southwest in the forests. I tell you what is good is when you go out, like Hi's going to do, he's going to catch something and then he's going to eat it. It's the same with if you can gather wild yams or whatever and make a feed out of something that was just in the field or the forest. But I tell you where you never go wrong is if you go up and you don't catch any fish and there's nothing to eat around. If you've ever taken some bread, butter and something else, it doesn't matter. I used to do professional charters and I used to take people out deep sea fishing. And one thing I knew always, take heaps of bread. You might have 10 fishermen. Seriously, you'd have at least half a loaf for each, because they'll nibble on it, they'll have it with their sausages, they're going to make a jam sandwich or peanut butter sandwich, it all goes. Yep, something special about cooking a wild sausage that you've just caught. You know, you've run it down, you chased it for hours and it's just fatigued and you jump on it, mercilessly put it to sleep of course, and put it in the pan, get it nice and crispy, bit of onion, nice fresh bun. That wild sausage lived a good life. But now, it's in me fry pan. The secret to getting a nice crispy snagger is after you've half cooked it, get a sharp knife and cut it down the middle, let it open up.
Oh, yeah.
And then it goes all crispy. Yep, I never knock anything till I try it. If I don't like it, I'll tell you. The funny thing about New Zealand, you can check it up, I'm not making this up. The most consumed fish product in New Zealand, fish fingers.
I like fish fingers.
Yeah, we have them every now and then.
Fish finger and
I think
cheese.
there's a couple in the freezer.
Fish finger and cheese sandwich.
I thought that was funny. The most consumed fish product in New Zealand is fish fingers. And they're not too bad. I like fish fingers. I'll cook them up. They've got to be crunchy. You get a nice bit of bread and butter. Chuck her in there. Nothing wrong with fish fingers.
Yeah, I think
Fish
so.
sticks. Yeah, I think so. The hot dogs of seafood.
Yeah.
Ah, they actually are.
Yeah.
New Zealand fish fingers and Australian fish fingers are made out of proper fish.
No, meaning it's the hot dog of seafood. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you meant,
yeah, I guess, yeah. But nothing like a nice crunchy fish finger or two. A bit of bread and butter. A bit of salt and pepper. Bob's your uncle. It's getting cool now. It's dropped down to 14 degrees.
Bloody freezing.
I'm surprised the sirens haven't gone off to warn people. It's nearly at the day after temperature. No, you don't overcook. Burnt fish fingers are not palatable, but crunchy is good. Take your time, medium high, not high. And I know the old story people at Motormate used to do it. You cook fish fingers and have ice cream with it. That's weird.
Oh, yuck.
Well, the one thing you can't do in Australia is have tilapia, because it's a vermin fish in Australia. Not allowed to have it.
What's that?
Tilapia.
Oh.
Very common fish in the US. I might go and get my dressing gown on. Bit cool. Put you in charge.
Leave it there.
No,
Come over there.
no. Oh, you want to come over here?
Just leave it set up there.
Oh, all right then.
You don't have to move it. You're only going to be a couple of secs.
Wings, bloody wings.
I got to see your one see your legs through the woolen box. Right, we'll talk about him now that he's gone. What can we say about him? Ice cream, yeah, yes. I like ice cream. Went to the shop late tonight, but I got my chocolate supply. Yeah, that's like Sid said, we don't eat that here. Big plane taken off. Our Costco shop finally opened here, but I haven't been down to check it out. I've been to one in Sydney, but I haven't been to our local one yet. I don't believe it's only 14. I reckon it's 10 degrees here. Freezing. Oh, I had a good visit with the daughter today. She stayed quite a long time, actually. Yeah, I like to stick to the local shops too, but just sometimes one of the girls like to go and they always ask if I want to go with them, so I keep them in check so that I don't go buy stupid things or overbuy because they look, oh, wow, look at that. Oh, and I'm going, do you need it? Yeah, so the daughter that was here actually most of the day, she's the one who's due around August. Hey, Jojo. No way, she didn't get my chocolate stash. Actually, I forgot to ask her because I would have probably shared it with her if she wanted one. Because sometimes she needs a little bit of energy.
In my Jedi.
No, I've got my little. Actually, move that back a bit. I'll move it a bit forward. Sorry.
That's all right. No worries.
That's
better. I'm not cold now.
I have my chocolate stash next to me in a little brown paper bag. So
Hello, Jojo, if you're there.
it's not wine. It's chocolate. I had a Chiquito, B-Mac.
15C is what it is here. Cold. Humid, okay. I missed you this morning. You moved too quick. Actually, where is my Stones Green Ginger?
In the cupboard, I keep telling you.
What cupboard?
In the big one.
Pantry.
No, in the sideboard. In the bottom cupboard.
You're not very good at giving directions.
I'll open the door for you so then when you go in you can see where it's kept.
What else is in there? Little hidey hole.
The other alcohol.
Ah. She says in the cupboard. Like there's about 100 cupboards. I'm going to guess which one it is.
Yeah, the door's open for you so you can see where
Oh, I see. So you couldn't bring it out.
Oh, because you like to pour it, have ice with it.
Right.
Hello. Adam has to yell at Jojo because he's across the other side of the world. Damn, I should have peed while I was in there again. Ugh. I wait to see if it comes back out and then I've got to go.
I had one.
You didn't pee for me while you were in there. What glass you got on one of them?
That is Stone Green's ginger wine on ice.
Butty's just doing a few things. She might come on a bit later, but she's just a bit busy right now. Ugh, yeah. Put the worms down.
There, Jojo. Help yourself to one if you need one.
There you go.
Everyone that comes to the room's had one. It's good drop, mate, up in the cold country, trust me. A little flask of that. No, I didn't hear about that. People do some funny things, though. An empty envelope. Yeah, everything's back to normal here. We can't have 70,000 people in the stadium, but we can have 10,000. Everyone's back to work. No one's sick. You're welcome, anytime. Anal insertion is not an option in this room, I'm afraid, Jojo. You'll have to take it orally, as like the Irishman. So are things back to normal where you are, Jojo? Come on, get that video going. Piano playing, pausing the piano, tell her Jack, back to the piano playing. It's gonna make $1 million, I tell you. It's pure gold. Successful mission, dear?
Yes.
No one wears a mask here. Unfortunately, our US trip is postponed indefinitely. But on a good note, our New Zealand trip is in the planning stage. Believe it or not, more painting. I've got 2 coats of paint, well, primer, undercoat, 1 coat of paint, another coat of paint to finish the posts-offs. Then I'm going to have a couple of days off because I'm really sore on my right shoulder. Just age, I'm afraid. But after that, probably get back into a bit of cooking. I'm fancying a few different meals, like maybe a pork schnitzel, or maybe General Sale.
What?
Sort of chicken and sort of stuff, crispy. Yes, I do. I do deserve the time off. I've been on the go for a long time. I just need the body to just kick back. In a few days, we get our new lounge. It's got electric recliners. I'm likely to recline and never move again.
Yeah.
Unless my daughter, who's 15 months pregnant, well, looks it, she'll find it.
Yeah,
Say it's mine.
something for me to get used to, right? Because we have different opinion of the material of the lounge.
Looking forward to it. It's a nice big, actually it says 4-seater, doesn't it? But it's only 3 big cushions.
Yeah, but it can sit.
Oh, I reckon it can sit 5 or 6 easy, it's that long. And the other one's supposed to be a 3-seater.
Yeah.
That'll be good. Then my eldest son will be coming to collect the 2 leather chairs and the leather lounge in the old lounge. He wants that. We're going to put that in the boys' room, is it, or something?
I'm not sure.
Don't know how he's going to get it in there.
I'm not. No, he's got an activity area.
That's what it would be in that room.
Yeah. It's in between the.
Yeah. Plus they're making a mess on it being leather and cleaned up easy.
Actually, that house is designed well in one respect.
Pretty big house he's got. We're going to go down. It's probably 300k from here.
Yeah.
Can't
No.
250, something like that. It's about 2.5 hours because you get slowed down by the highways. we're going to go and watch our two grandsons, his sons, play footy soon when we get told that we can participate, because they're still being very wary of kids at the moment.
I hear it's raining.
They can raise much as it's like now the paint's set.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm using Torben's All Weather. So it's going to have a bit of weather now. What bird's that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, boy. Actually, don't take me about 3 hours to do the door.
How many coats have you done so far?
2.
On all of them?
Yep.
Just remember what side you've done, because they've turned them over.
No, I did want the side that's down, I did first. Just be on your way, yes. Definitely warms the cockle, that Stone's Green ginger.
Burns my throat.
Log burner. Where do you get your timber? You cut your own, I guess. I used to do that for a bit of extra cash years ago. Tell you long ago, it was $8 a bag for about £100. For us, it's August, because the winds kick in.
It's cold right now, though.
Coldest is about next month, July. But August winds with cold weather. Ugh. It tastes it. Sounds good, mate. Nothing like a fire. I mean, I turn the reverse cycle on and it's warm straight away. Mind you, late August last year was hot. That's about when our summer started and didn't stop till about 6 weeks ago. The longest summer I've ever seen. Dry, and the country burnt. We had a bit of a trifecta here. You all know Australia burnt to the ground, followed by massive floods, which you probably didn't hear much about, but we had massive floods, and then the virus. So the trifecta. But we work our way through it. I said that when I was driving back, though, a couple of years ago, how dry the country was, didn't I? Never seen it that dry. People lost their lives, but not in big numbers, because most people just get the hell out of there. Bushfires in Australia are tsunamis of flames. A garden hose does not do the trick.
Got the new clothesline, only been able to use it once.
Yeah, it's doing the Michael flattery.
Yeah.
Get out of the fucking job. I want to get in the toilet. We're going to toodle off shortly because we're getting tired. So I was up at 5 this morning.
Oh no, she's been busy, Adam. She's getting a few things done around the house and the garden.
Yep. No rush. When she's not busy, you'll have a yak. Friends don't have a time span. They come and go, cross paths, and enjoy each other's company.
No, she's not sick, she's just
Busy.
busy. Getting certain things.
To getting the deck done too.
That's it,
Yeah.
She's doing her deck. Back and front.
Yep. In a shoe shop. The shoes may be right for that week. Don't worry, I start wearing them on the 3rd week.
That's such an, well, that's probably not the best thing to say, but that's such an Irish joke, Jojo.
It's funny though, as you think about shops and salesmen of the past. Like, if you walked into a shoe shop 40 years ago, people would say, "May I help you?" And they'd sit you down and I'd recommend this, madam. This would be wonderful for your feet. Blah blah blah. Now it's just they're on the rack if you want to go and check them out.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he works during the summer. For a period of time. So it's make hay while the sun shines for Shamo. With a minute of silence. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Da, 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 da.
And it's Mel's week of nights, so that's why Mel's not here either.
Just working nights, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Probably sleeping most of the day. Aye, true blue. Our country's fishing. I'm cooking the snaggers for him while he's dancing with the trout. Aye, true blue. Time to get my day started. That means she's going to do 400 push-ups,
Don't work
50
too hard.
squats, run 10 mile. Have a good day, B-Mac. May the chocolate be with you. Oh, you're back to teaching and tutoring. Sounds good. That's a good one, JJ. I'm just curious as to how Americans will celebrate the 4th of July.
Like nothing's wrong.
Probably. I mean, in the US, Memorial Day is basically the start of summer for most people.
Oh, roast lamb.
Roast lamb for nothing like a bit of roast lamb.
Roast veggies. Fresh bread, crunchy bread, heaps of butter on it.
Gravy.
Yeah,
I hope they do it low key.
they won't. That's a big thing for them, so no.
Well, I worry for one reason, high country. People are breaking out at the moment, not happy with the government there. And the 4th of July, of course, is Independence Day. Wonder how far a few of the radicals will take it. Got to do roast pumpkin, mate. Beautiful. We had a big swath of roast pumpkin the other night, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
No, had lamb while I was there. Oh, lamb's pretty good, don't get me wrong. Just New Zealand lamb. I think it's the fat, I'll be honest with you. I think it's the fat content in New Zealand lamb that makes it especially juicy. Mind you, it's probably a bit of a price.
We're not allowed to do our own fireworks, Adam.
No fireworks since about 1985.
Yeah.
But you can have a fire. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the fat. I went into one of the kitchens at the place we were staying and looked at it and thought, yeah, it's very marbly white. Ours is sort of an opaque, sort of yellow, most lamb Australia. I'm pretty sure it's the cold, which breeds a lot of fat on a lamb, obviously to keep it alive. But it was definitely juicy. Not legal there. Yeah, lamb's legal here. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You're back, Tony.
Hello, Tony. Member for Warringah.
I know you were asleep.
Sir Tony Abbott now.
You were asleep and woke up because you had to pee.
Stop punishing yourself, Tony. Just stick your head in a vice.
Oh,
Be easier.
why are you doing that, Tony? Yeah, we told you he was strange. Did you watch his really early stuff and thought he was okay? Now you're watching his other stuff.
He's so weird he doesn't even qualify for Boyd. Yeah, no, fireworks not legal. You've got to remember what country we were in. Everything burns. We adopted something. Fade antiquity. My biological parents. That's right,
Yeah, that's right. We know he's a weirdo. He's got worse.
Wait till you get to the videos that associate him with the Christian Assembly Association. They make your eyebrows fall off, Tony? You don't want to know, Adam.
Yeah. He is
Just
psychopathic
mentally
weirdo.
ill. Have you noticed, though, that most of the weirdos on YouTube, same in normal life, are loners? And they're very lonely people. Pretty much sums up a lot of the people on Boit who ask for money. They're loners, they're alone, they live a pretty miserable existence.
You wait till he, oh God, there's some of the...
Nope, I haven't even bothered watching that bloke. Actually, I was going to do a quick video once and I forgot to do it. It would have gone along these lines, all right? Bear with me. Explanation of what is Boit. Well, Boit can be summed up in a very short sentence. Fucked up people watching fucked up people. End of quote.
Yeah, that's true, Jojo. Well, for some.
I mean, it's pretty to the point and just about true. I mean, I swear I could pick a dozen e-beggars and pull a video out from a year ago or 5 years ago and one from today. You'd be struggling to distinguish any difference. It's all Groundhog Day. It's all the same. Poor me. Woe is me. Look at me. Help me, people. I can't do this without you. Really? Yeah, you can. Get a fucking job. I don't even care if people don't work as long as they fend for themselves. Yeah, it's a learned behaviour from most of them. They copy. There was a chap many years ago called G for T. I think Tony remembers him. But he was quite slick, sort of like, presentable, but yeah, still scammer. Yeah, that's true, Jojo. Yeah, he's been recognised. He's found fame. The fake Eric has recognised him. Well, he's a fake Elvis, so it worked out well in the end, really, when you think about it. There's so much good stuff in life, you know what I mean? That you compare, watching some of the fools on YouTube to taking your grandkids down the park, going out for a feed, just being down the beach. It's like, shouldn't really take much of your time watching stuff on Boyd.
Sometimes it's funny though. Sometimes you just want to watch something different.
I think when you realise that people, en masse, there are gullible people amongst them, and they're the targets. you'll always hear an e-beggar use these words. I always want new people to join. So if you're new to the channel, say hello. What are they doing by saying that? If you're new to the channel, say hello. And they'll, John Smith. How long have you been watching me? They all use this. Oh, a couple of months, that's good. Have you ever donated to me? Well, that's the best way for people not to have to answer is just to block you. Take it as an earned stripe, Adam. It's probably saved you more money since. Even though it's still unpleasant, the lesson well learnt. There are people in real life just the same though. Not as many as you would think. They seem to be collectively like fat drained from a lamb roast on YouTube, where you see a bunch of e-beggars. But it really is just the dancing monkey syndrome. Everyone likes to see a monkey dance. It's funny. You throw pennies and he dances. Look, I made the monkey dance. Oh, probably broke his heart by saying that, Jojo. He was probably looking forward to it.
Still waiting for Tony's live chat video. Phone call.
Yeah, still waiting for that call.
Come on, Tony. Lift your game.
It's Gunner, Mr. Gunner. Gonna do this? Gonna do that? No phone call. No, he did try one night. He did say that he couldn't get through or something. I do recall seeing that part of the video in a SIG parody, foaming at the mouth. He doesn't even know how to brush his own teeth.
Probably didn't use toothpaste.
I've always said, you know, if people are ignorant of a fact, that's okay. You can't attack them for them not knowing. But when they do know, and they do something deliberately to be offensive, they're doing it for one reason alone.
Don't feel bad, Tony. He asks for everything he gets.
Tony's got a heart. He plays the tightrope. He'll make people sort of squeal a bit, but he's got a good heart in all. But
Yeah.
when it boils down to it, stop poking porcupines. They react the same every time. They curl up and become a prick. But we all know what will happen when it all ends for the big morbidly obese man in the can. And it will end. Someone else will fill the shoes. There'll be another one right up, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for the new act, the new dancing monkey, yeah. Coach and the boy. Well, he got used up a few times, didn't he?
And no doubt he will again.
But I honestly don't care if someone gave $1 million. I don't care, because money won't change behaviour. Does nothing.
Yeah, that's right, Jojo.
I didn't see that, but yeah. Anything, it can be a stray cat, his mother, a homeless person, doesn't matter who would use it. I see his health failing, to be honest with you. He is morbid obese. I looked at a video of him recently, and he honestly must be well over 300 pounds. There is no distinction between jowl and shoulder blade. It's like it's like he's suddenly got mumps. He's just ballooned out. And his liver is like everyone else's liver. It can only take so much of visceral fat. And I imagine he's suffering from that right now.
Haven't plugged the phone in.
Oh, haven't I? I better plug it in, eh? Anyway, good people, I think we should tool off so you can get on with your day and be productive and be part of humanity or something like that. Oh, look, this is the close-up. What happened there?
Jeez.
Obi-Wan.
I shall bless you all. Bless you, my children. What else do you want?
Whatever you like.
Be good.
Yeah, mate, you have a good night's sleep. Got work, and then at the end of the week you'll play. Playing in the marshes and the low water and the high country. Checking out for them little trout, rainbows and browns. Gonna get them. They don't even know it yet, but you're coming. Be smart, be safe, and of course, like Jojo, on occasions, be kind. Don't hurt, but don't hate the ear buggers. Don't do any ear bigger. Don't fuck them. Yeah. See ya.